Hello and welcome. In this match I am in the Tier 8 US destroyer, the Benson. This match is on the map Hotspot and this is from the test server. So the match is kinda tiny. There are no other destroyers in this match, which is a shame, since I am a US destroyer. Look at all those trees though. Makes such a big difference in what the game looks like in my opinion. But it's not exactly essential. Anyways, I start out by going straight north to the cap point, maybe to get it, and if I can't, well, maybe I can just surprise something with torpedoes, like that Cleveland over there. So right now I'm just predicting where he will be and try to hit him with some torpedoes. Initially, I would like to leave immediately, but since I noticed that the cap is almost done, I think, hey, maybe I should just stick around for a moment and I can get the cap. And I did, but since I already used smoke, I would hope that something spots them and I can just fire my main guns. However, I just didn't think of the fact that the smoke that I cast actually means that nobody else can spot them either. So that was a miscalculation.
Smoke screen set.
So, time to start running.
Engine
Might as well
boost
use speed boost,
activated.
since I'm gonna fire my guns anyway. And ouch! First main gun already permanently destroyed. This is why I hate destroyers, US destroyers. Everything breaks immediately. And there's a Mogami as well. Both are pretty dangerous. So run, 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 run. Luckily the Cleveland doesn't appear to be very good at aiming, so...
Problem solved, sir.
But yeah, I think the Cleveland is a bit too powerful for a tier 6 ship anyway. Considering the Myoko needed to be nerfed, the Cleveland somehow still retains its power, which I do not understand.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
And the other main turret permanently destroyed. Oh well.
Main
So,
turret blown up.
now let's just go fight that Fuso, since that one seems to be alone, and I would rather pick a battleship to fight than a cruiser, because a battleship just can't attack as often. But yeah, in chat, I don't understand this either. Why is it that the Cleveland can stay as powerful as it is, whereas something like the Myoko needs to be nerfed? Cleveland does have something the Myoko doesn't, even though she is a tier lower and that is strong anti-air. Oh well, doesn't exactly matter. But look at the silhouette of the island ahead. Looks really good with the trees. Anyways, Fusa's gonna be in torpedo range soon, I think, hopefully. If everything works out right. Come on. Excellent. Fire guns too, since I'm spotted anyway, since I'm so close. I mainly fire my guns because I noticed Fusa's guns were aimed at the battleship in front of her instead of me, so it's not exactly that big of a problem. When smoke is available, I probably should use it though, because a volley will hurt a lot.
Critical engine. Problem solved, sir.
Okay, well I think that Cleveland by
Battleship destroyed.
5 torpedo hits. Well, probably would have been a few more, but he died before. So now I am fairly low HP. Rushing into someone is pretty unlikely, but that North Carolina, is he standing still? If he is, then I will go greet him from behind the island. Because the North Carolina has... I think the secondaries are weaker than on a Fuso. At least US battleships tend to have weaker secondaries. So I guess I'll just go around the island and drop some torpedoes and hope I don't get killed by the secondaries. You could call it a sneaky and stealthy action, but it really won't be, because the North Carolina is in the middle of a cap point, so the moment I enter the cap point, they know something is there. And since they cannot see it, it's probably a destroyer. But then again, if I can just drop my torpedoes off, the North Carolina will be dealt with. And then I think I will have done enough in this match. Using smoke here is a bit
Engine
useless
boost
since
activated.
she will be too close. But I want to be close for my torpedoes to deal 1,000,000 damage. And she's moving. Wow, excellent. Bye. Wait, why aren't secondaries firing? I guess
Foundered.
maybe the secondaries weren't there. The effect of the ship exploding was pretty cool though. At this point I can fire my guns since I am behind an island and there's nothing else that will spot me at this point. So fire everything at the Cleveland. Since I have a ton of range, I can do this safely. Although hitting is a bit more difficult. I'll try to finish the Cleveland off, or deal enough damage so she will go very, very far away. Then I'll just head out. This standing still is good in two parts, the other part is the capping. But yeah, I think capping needs to give more experience, so destroyers are more likely to do it. Same thing with winning. Yay, Cleveland done.
Cruiser foundered.
Move forward. I'm not sure actually at what I should do at this point. Going against one of the battleships there, like the New York, isn't exactly the best idea with my HP left. At least in open waters, since the New York will likely just dodge it. The other option would be, of course, to just sit further away and drop torpedoes, which is certainly a possibility, but I'll check out the area first. The other option that would be certainly useful would be to go towards the B cap and just cap it. That would give us quite an advantage
Engine boost deactivated.
and likely actually help us win the game. So right now it's just sailing ahead while I consider my options. It seems that there is another battleship at the B cap which makes capping kinda difficult. But since I am so far away, I might as well fire at the New York and help out the cruiser, since the New York is dealing with the cruiser anyway, and it seems that nothing else is close enough that could actually hit me. So shooting like this is fairly safe. Unless the battleship at B cap is gonna fire, but that's something like over 12 kilometers away. How likely are you to hit the destroyer properly from those ranges? I think pretty unlikely. Wow, I got the kill.
Destroyed.
I already have 4 kills out of the 7 enemies. That's quite a big percentage. Since there are only 2 enemies left and one of them is a battleship and the other one a cruiser, obviously I'm gonna pick to go against the battleship. It's not like the cruiser is any different though, since the cruiser is in the same direction, general direction, so might as well. My plan here is to get close to the North Carolina and then drop torpedoes and just wait, since the North Carolina seems to not be moving anyway. I don't want to fire guns because that would give my position away and the North Carolina might start moving weirdly. And that would make hitting her hard. If she is standing still when my torpedoes are incoming, I don't think the North Carolina can actually react properly in time. I should have around 6 kilometers concealment range, so I can get that close, more or less that close before I get detected. And of course, if she suddenly starts moving closer to me, I can just pop smoke. Yeah, I need to do tight torpedo volley. This is kind of a bad angle, so let's fire. I don't know how many of these torpedoes will hit, but the likelihood of some of them hitting at this point is pretty high, because even if the North Carolina detects them and starts moving the moment she detects them, it will be too late in either direction. By the way, if you press the Z key and follow torpedoes, you can press the C key to jump to other shells are fired. Oh, I think the North Carolina is actually AFK. I'm actually surprised only 3 of them hit here, but still, I think the North Carolina is AFK. Otherwise she would have repaired at this point, or at least reacted in some way to the torpedoes. But I am not certain what to do. I mean, maybe she's just pretending to be AFK. In which case, moving a little forward will detect me and I would die. But fuck it, let's fire guns. If the guns start turning, I'll just use smoke. Never mind. Seems that she is properly AFK. Well then. I might as well take this free kill. Thank you very much, Mr. North Carolina. Sadly, only 3 torpedo hits on an AFK target, and from 6 kilometers range. That's... I don't know. That's just too little, I think. The spread is way too wide. If only 2 of them hit, I mean 3 of them hit out of 10. But anyways, this North Carolina is gonna sink soon. Damage these guns deal is pretty pitiful, but anyways, game ended now. 2 million experience, yay! Actually, you should look at the monetary reward instead. 300k, that's really good in a destroyer. And I got 5 kills out of 7 enemies. That's a lot. That's something comparable to 10 out of 12. And I did quite a lot of damage, but obviously a lot of it is due to the fact that I got a free North Carolina kill. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, and thanks for watching.